Hi, I'm Daniel Alvarado, Recreational Services Leader with the County of Parks and Recreation. Welcome to our virtual demonstration. Today's class is a beginner's Spanish class. Today what you will be needing, if you're following us from home, is pen or paper, whichever you prefer, pencil, something to write on definitely, and that way you can take notes of what's going on. Today we'll be going over our numbers and the days of the week. So hopefully you enjoy this and are able to follow along with what we have for you today. So we're starting here with our numbers. In Spanish, we have it here too, números. And we have our numbers 0 through 10. Okay, this is where we like to start because, yes, it is very elementary, but it's the place where you want to start, especially when learning any new language. So we have 0 through 10, and I'm going to go ahead and just say the numbers and just follow along, and then I'll go over them slowly so that just in case you miss something, you can catch up on that. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And many of you maybe have already heard these numbers, but it's also good to see them in writing. So if you have your pen or pencil there in hand, go ahead and write these down if you can, so you can see exactly what you are saying and match that to the spelling, because that's going to come in handy as we continue these lessons. So let's go over it one more time. It's okay if maybe you're writing it down, just continue to listen. You can always go back and replay this. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a common question that I get, especially for those of us that know English already, is that some of these words like seis or siete, where they have two vowels, do they continue to have two vowel sounds or make one vowel sound? And that's a good question. In Spanish, for the most part, like 99% of the time, every consonant and vowel has their own sound. So right here we have seis. Right, we hear the I, the E and the I. Seis. When we pronounce it, they kind of blend in, but each vowel is said. Same thing for siete, siete. So I have the E and the E. Siete. So just remember to give them their place. Don't just put them together like you would in English. Or same here for 9 and 10. Nueve and 10. So go over that, and maybe you mix those. Maybe you're trying to say them together like 10, 9. Give each vowel its own sound. So I'm going to go over it one more time, and then we'll go ahead and go over the days of the week. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 0 through 10. Días de la semana. Right? And we're starting with Monday, ending with Sunday. So these words are a little bit longer, but again, we break them down. And like I said earlier, we give each consonant, each vowel its own sound. So starting from the top, we have lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. One more time. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. So these words are, yes, a little bit longer, but you don't really have to break your head too much over them. Separate them by syllables. If miércoles is too long for you, then start right miércoles. And then you start attaching everything together, and you can say it all together. Miércoles, miércoles, miércoles. Right? It all comes together in a very, hopefully very simple way. But even if it's taking you time, just go ahead and practice it. Say it. All you're doing is gaining more knowledge of how to say these words correctly. So one more time. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. Now, feel free to go over them a few times. If you haven't written them down, go ahead, write them down. Maybe if you're on your phone or your computer, you can also always look these up, and feel free to write them down. And you're looking not just for what does Monday mean in Spanish or what's its translation, you're also looking for all these little consonants and vowel sounds, like how do I say each word? Because again, a lot of these words are repetitive. And as we continue to learn Spanish, you're going to see them again and again. And a cool way to be able to maybe quiz yourself is go ahead and cover up some of the words. You know, and you ask yourself, hey, what is Monday in Spanish? What is Wednesday in Spanish? Right? Some of you might feel confident already, oh, I know that. And go ahead and do that. And that way, also that information begins to stick in your head. So that's a little bit of Spanish, and going off of what I was just saying, right? There's so many strategies to learning a language. One of them is that, right? We see something, and now we begin to block information out, and it begins to test our memory. You know, did I actually learn that word, or was I just repeating it because I saw it written? So, right, if you quiz yourself and you begin to draw a blank, it's because you didn't process that information enough times for your short-term memory to really grasp it. It was just there and it's gone. But that's okay. That happens to everybody for the most part. So you just go over them again, and when you feel good, you quiz yourself. On top of that, I would say definitely just speak. You know, say it. Don't just let it be in your head. Don't just like, oh yeah, I got it. Say it. Say it out loud. Say lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. If maybe you don't want to go outside and find someone else that speaks Spanish, just you can record yourself. You can listen to another recording. You can listen to this video again and be like, you know, how was Mr. Daniel saying it? And that's going to help you. So speak it. Just say it. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. Go ahead and do that, because the only way you're going to know if you're learning or not is if you try it. And once you try it, you'll know, hey, you know, I'm pretty good at this, or you know what, kind of suck and need to go back to the board. And that's okay. It's part of learning. So I hope those strategies really come in handy, and that we begin to build off of those things. So feel confident in doing that. As for me, right, I learned Spanish at home. Both my parents immigrated here in their late 20s. So I was born here, but at home, like it is even now, we continue to speak Spanish. And that's great, because it's part of me, it's part of my culture, but it's also, you know, a language, something that anybody can learn from anywhere. And to me, it means a lot because it carries just a lot of meaning. There's some, like in all languages, words, idioms that really have no translation and can convey a certain message. So I'm hoping that my experience, my knowledge in Spanish can translate to you guys in becoming, having more knowledge just of the language, but also being able to develop yourselves as you guys, you know, continue your careers, continue life goals, and learning something new. So I'm hoping this video was of help to all of you guys. I hope to see you guys again, and we can continue to learn Spanish together. Have a good one and stay safe.